Alrighty, so hey there, this is me. I use Wix. I just made some fake account to do this. This is the same one I use for my campus, or for my fake campus I'd use for my project management class, whatever. So the first thing you want to do after you log in, and it'll probably automatically take you here since you won't have a website, is create. It'll take you to what kind of website do you want to create. So in case of this, since this is just and I do apologize, there's some music in the background. So according to your thing here is that you have to make a professional looking site. It has to be hosted by wibbly.webs.com, sites.google.com, and that kind of stuff, which includes a picture of you and 2 paragraphs about you. Of course, you want to include a picture of yourself, then substitute it for a picture of a place you'd like to travel to. Of course, second page should have a paragraph about something you enjoy and needs at least 1 picture. This is pretty convoluted, as it says create two professional looking web pages, but one web page on each one. When I guess really they mean websites. Web page is just a page on a website. A website's an entire thing. What a website is Amazon.com. A web page is the place that you go to look at an item. You know, like when you click on a person, it takes you to the page for that item. Just to give you an idea. So a website would be Amazon. A website would be Google.com, and a page would be product on Amazon or one of the tabs on Google. Like images or whatever, that kind of thing. Anyway. And so here, I won't go into all the details because I guess I'll just post this publicly. But so we have all that. So first things first, since this is something that's really simple, it's just a photo and some text. There's all these in here you can really use if you want to. You can also choose other if you so not want to. But for the time being, since it's just text and a photos, kind of a simple thing, we'll choose blog because it's pretty straightforward. Next, you can start with a template. Or you can use the ADI. I'll be using the ADI because it's more easier for the average person to use. So we'll click on that real quick. I use a template for my own website, the one that I did before. So, but here we will use the ADI because it'll be easier. So what kind of site do you want to make or create? I'll choose business blog since it's supposed to be professional looking. You could have fashion news and blogger blog and that kind of stuff, but we'll use business blog. And it'll give you some more small business blog and those kind of things. But we'll just go with business blog for a generic one here. Click next. Recommend it. Your site comes with a blog. You can do chat and that kind of stuff. I'm going to put in maybe later. I don't really want none of that stuff. Other features, online store, booking, video, events. These kind of things also have a exterior tie-in, so they tie out to a different kind of database, if you will, and then that's how these things kind of get set up. Still pretty simple, but yeah. So I'll choose next. Nothing selected. That's the name of the blog. We'll call this one the Butterfly. And so next, location. We'll skip that. There's no location here unless you had a location. I'm going to add a logo. I'm just going to use one of these random images. I had some that look pretty well. There's a wolf, but I'm trying to find some that looks kind of butterfly-ish, even though I don't think it's a butterfly. I think it's just abstract art. But anyway, this is the email that I used to create this account with. It is completely a burner. And so, yeah. So we'll go next. And that's how we want to. So hype, midnight, breeze, and that kind of stuff. I'll choose clean. I'll choose clean this time. I chose elegant last time. I didn't really like it too much, but I'll choose that. So we'll choose clean. And this time you can either use the palette from the logo that we have here, or in the case of this, just this picture I had, or you can make your own palette. But I'm gonna create the palette off of this, so that way you don't have to. That way also goes with the theme of what your logo looks like, so it doesn't stand out too much, but it's still subtly there. You can use the colors, or you can still skip it. You can see like whatever you liked and be like, no, I don't want to use that. So you can press skip down there if you still want to. So now here you get to pick your page design. You can either skip this. That's going to be up here in the top right hand corner. Or you can choose whichever one you like. Since we're doing with a photo and some text, I kind of like this one. So I'm going to choose that one. But you're more welcome to do whatever you like to do. So, of course, here it also does work on mobile sites or mobile devices. So if I brought this up on the phone, as this will show, this is how it'll look on the mobile site. Of course, you can check it out mobile, and then of course you can hide certain elements if you want to. But so if you click on the menu, that's how it looks. This kind of thing. So it does allow you to do some kind of creativity. But we'll go back to desktop mode. That's where most of my editing will be going to. So that little logo there. I prefer the circle design. So we'll see if you can edit and replace it. I don't mind the size of it. It's just a shape. Here we go. I wanted the image, but I wanted the different shape. So replace a shape. Where's the site files? There we go. And then only vector art can be chosen. Okay, that makes sense. Then. That's so that one's probably rastered, so they can't use this one, unfortunately, for the circle. I mean, we could probably crop and edit it though. So let's see how far. While we're here, might as well see what we can edit with. There's adjusting for brightness, contrast, color saturation, sharpness, temperature. You're not familiar with any of these things. Brightness is brightness. Oh, it's a squid. Well, it's whatever. Contrast is basically makes your darker darker, your brighter brighter. Color saturation either makes it really grayscale or really colorful. And sharpness, blurry. And I guess really when you come to rastered images, or really this is a vectored image, I believe it has to be. It'll probably get sharper if you had something blurry and that kind of stuff. Like if you took a picture, is basically what I'm trying to say. This is obviously a computer generated or created picture. But if you took a picture and had some, blur lines, it'll try to sharpen that up. And temperature is warm, going to be either blue or red. So this is warm. This is cool. See how it kind of takes out the red hues and everything like that. So filters, if you've done Facebook or whatever, I guess, social media, then you're familiar with this. And then cropping, which allows you to keep the size and ratio or change your ratio, which is pretty nice. So here we go. So this is going to be zooming, cropping, and rotating. But basically, I still don't get a chance to make it into a circle. So I'm just going to go ahead and cancel that because I wanted the circle, but it is what it is. You can go through things from WIX and that kind of stuff. So use vector art, and then we can try butterfly. See if they got anything, and they do. We'll go with this one. Apply. There we go. That looks pretty nice. I like that. And so here at the menu, now we're done with that. This is just a tour of everything, so you can preview, publish your site. This kind of shows you how to do things as well and more in depth. That I will not be going through all of those. I'm just kind of focused on getting this website up and showing you how to get here. So you're more welcome to go through this. Of course, all tours. If you have any more questions on publishing your website, managing the blog, and that kind of stuff, I encourage you. Wix is completely free. We're using the free site. I'm not using no money on this and that kind of stuff. It's just what I've used before. When you do use it and you don't pay for it, you'll always have this Wix.com thing. And then if I come over here, that way you can I'll come over and click the other one that I created. That way it can show you view the live site. So this would be the domain right now because I don't have a domain to tie it to. and that kind of stuff. And then when you don't pay for it, this is what they'll show up top, and it'll just be stuck up there all the time. And so this was one of the websites I made with it. These are all images, media from Wix, for open source use and that kind of stuff. But um, you can do some pretty nifty things. My crappy logo over there, and then these things are real. So if you go to blog, football schedule, these are kind of some things that we did, or I did really. So that's basically about it. From here, if you want to edit anything, I guess use for example, these posts are gonna be tied to something different. Um, so if you want to manage the blog, you have to come down here and manage your blog separately from the website, which can be a good or bad thing. As you can see, it makes it a little bit more tedious to get to and edit, but it does separate your page. So when you create the blog and that kind of stuff, the feed goes straight into it in a nice clean fashion. You don't have to go around trying to re-edit everything. But when you do want to come around here and edit your blog, you have to come all the way over here to the blog side and edit something. So, I can delete this, or, et cetera, et cetera, yada, yada, yada. Or you can also easily delete things. So if you come over to blog, post, and just come over and easily delete a post instead of having to go in and delete all the elements of that post. So there are some pros and cons to this. And author name, I'll save all that fine details for after this because I don't want to reveal any information. So hopefully this helps, or anyone who watches it. Hopefully it wasn't a big waste of your time, and I hope you have a good one.